What's up guys, I'm Shane and this is Spare Change. If it's your first time here, we discuss all things audio and video, new movies, new AV equipment. So if you're not subscribed yet, then tap the subscribe button for new weekly videos. Today for review, we've got Ad Astra on 4K Blu-ray. I'm not here to review the movie itself, I'm just going to share with you my thoughts on the video and the audio quality. Now for a few tech specs. The movie was shot on 35mm. It's got a 4K DI, it's rated PG-13. Runtime is 123 minutes. Aspect ratio is 239:1, so there are going to be those black letterbox bars. So this movie was shot on 35mm, therefore you can expect a healthy amount of film grain in this. If you're a grain hater, then you might not like the look of this film so much. It's also not a 4K crispy transfer because it's somewhat soft. I thought it was a little better than the standard Blu-ray, but I wouldn't say it's a night and day difference. Close-up shots were the most detailed, but nothing that I thought was too impressive. I also thought that the CGI was kind of a mixed bag between looking believable, like the space antenna, and just kind of out of place. The shot of the tunnel just comes to mind here. Still though, I did find the overall look to be cleaner and a bit tighter than the 1080p Blu-ray. As for HDR, it does help to smooth out some of the color gradients like the different shades of orange in Chapter 10, or the transitions between blacks and grays in the outer space shots. There aren't a ton of wow me HDR colors since a lot of the movie takes place in darker areas, but the few outdoor scenes that we get, like in Chapter 2, are bright and look very natural. Black levels are very deep, with shadow details that can get lost in the very darkest scenes, and I did notice blacks could get a bit muddy at times as well. Spectral highlights do come in the way of explosive surges, and some of the interior ship's lightings have some nice pop. Oh, and Chapter 22 might actually blind you. Audio is in Dolby Atmos, and I thought that this was a very good sounding mix. Now, a lot of this movie is quiet for the most part, so ambiance and atmospherics is what you're going to hear in all your speakers. But when there is an action scene, then that's when your speakers are going to come to life. The explosive surges in Chapter 2 I thought was the main highlight in this. The explosions go off in the height speakers and travel downwards, and the bass will give you a nice swift kick in the chest. The chase scene in Chapter 5 is another cool little action sequence with gunfire whizzing past your head and some pretty cool crashes that'll shake your room. Bass response is demo-worthy here, from those explosions to takeoffs, and that ultra-low rumble in Chapter 18 will vibrate your dishes. Soundstage is wide and expansive with a cool inside-the-helmet effect in Chapter 1, and dialogue was always easy to hear. So for audio, I'm gonna go with an 8.8. Like I mentioned, this is a mostly quiet movie, so there won't be a ton of aggressive surround sound effects. There's mostly the musical score with ambiance in the surrounds. I find great mixes don't always have to bombard you with crazy sound in every direction. This movie has a great mix of atmosphere and big surround moments. It matches perfectly what you're seeing on screen. And bass response is pretty awesome. Sort of reminds me of Interstellar.
Just being honest.
For video, I'm gonna go with a 7.9. If you're buying this thinking it's gonna be a 4K showcase or blow away the standard Blu-ray, then you might be disappointed. It's a good-looking movie with a very cinematic feel, with a sprinkle of questionable CGI. Still, it is the best way to watch this, and if you like a slow burn movie, then you might want to give this a watch. So those are my thoughts on this 4K transfer. Did you guys watch it, and what did you guys think of it? Let me know in the comments down below. Well, if you want to grab this disc on 4K Blu-ray, I'll leave some links for it down below in the description. It does help out the channel by using those links, which helps us bring you more content like this. Be sure to follow us on social media, and if you want to support the channel and get exclusive deals or just have any questions, then stop by our Patreon page. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you guys again in the next one.